a sweeping crackdown ahead of the global march to Gaza, Egyptian authorities have detained and deported dozens of international activists, just days before a planned demonstration at the Rafah border crossing. The march, meant to challenge Israel's crippling blockade on Gaza, is drawing global attention, and Cairo isn't having it. Thousands of activists from across the world were planning to trek to Rafah on Friday, demanding entry of humanitarian aid into what the UN now calls the hungriest place on Earth. But instead of reaching Gaza, many found themselves in holding cells or sent packing. Over the last 48 hours, Egyptian officials have deported more than 36 activists, mostly European nationals, upon landing in Cairo. According to Reuters, 73 were flown to Istanbul on Thursday alone, with over 100 more waiting at the airport for deportation. The reason? They allegedly lacked required authorizations to travel to North Sinai. The dragnet didn't stop at the airport. Activists from the US, Australia, France, and Algeria were questioned in Cairo hotels. Plainclothes officers armed with name lists searched rooms, seized phones, and detained individuals. Some arrested, others simply kicked out. Organizers of the global march to Gaza insist they followed Egyptian rules and still plan to proceed. They'll travel by bus to El Arish, then walk 50 kilometers to Rafah, joining a convoy that began its journey in Tunisia. Their goal? To mount moral and media pressure on Israel, to lift the blockade and allow critical aid to flow. This march comes just days after the Madleen ship, carrying aid and high-profile activists like Greta Thunberg, was seized by Israeli forces in international waters. While Egypt claims its Rafah gate remains open, it blames Israel for blocking the Palestinian side. And though Cairo publicly criticizes the siege on Gaza, its latest actions signal a hard line. Its foreign ministry has warned anyone without authorization will be stopped, citing national security concerns. Meanwhile, Israel is pressuring Egypt to halt the march altogether. Defense Minister Israel Katz has labeled the activists jihadist protesters, saying their presence would endanger Israeli troops. But the marchers say they're undeterred. Gaza needs aid. The world needs answers. And they're not turning back.